Good morning, lads. How you doing? Welcome back to Baggy TV. Welcome back to my channel. Lads, today's video, I'm going to be addressing a recent conversation Frank Lampard has had and is planning to have with the players in regards to players leaving the club. That's what I'm going to be addressing in this video. And I'm also going to be speculating in regards to some players coming into the club. Speculation. Lads, we're getting there. We're really close to our 5,000 subscriber milestone. So let's keep pushing and let's cross that threshold soon. Like, comment and share my video. I'd appreciate that. Now let's jump in. As reported by Goal.com, an article written by Nazar Kinsella, Frank Lampard is going to have conversations with players after the match against Barnsley in regards to the future of some players at the club. Nazar Kinsella alludes to Rudiger and Callum Hudson-Odoi as being the players that are most likely to be on their way out, and he done that on Twitter, not in the article but on Twitter. So how accurate is this? How likely is this to happen? Well, lads, in regards to Rudiger, quite likely. You see, Rudiger wants to play at the Euros next year, Euro 2020. That's going to happen in Euro 2021. So Rudiger wants to play there. He wants to play in that tournament. And for him to play for Germany in that tournament, he needs to get regular football, regular first team football. And he's not likely to get that this season at Chelsea. We have a lot of centre-backs, a lot of decent centre-backs. And Rudiger is quite low in that pecking order because of his poor performances recently. So Rudiger will probably be on the way out if he wants to get some football, if he wants to play in the Euros. So I can see that happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I can see that happening. Now, in regards to Callum only recently signed a long-term deal, a long-term contract with Chelsea at the request of Frank Lampard, after a conversation with Frank Lampard, after Frank Lampard gave him some reassurances, promised him that he will get playing time. But Callum feels that apparently, and I'm saying apparently because of speculation, because it's been reported. I've not really heard anything from him. I've not really heard anything from anyone close to him, but I've heard things from people speculating that Callum is unhappy, that Callum wants to play more first team football, that there's a rift between him and Frank Lampard. Hence, Mason Mount is being preferred on the wing to him. He can playing as a winger while the winger is playing on the bench. Do you see what I mean? So Callum isn't happy, and he has the right not to be happy. If he's fully fit and he's not being played, you know, you can see why he'd be upset, right? But will he be sold? Will he be transferred? I don't think so. Will he be loaned out? Well, possibly, but if he is loaned out, we're going to be in trouble, right? Because all we've got is Ziyech and Pulisic as wingers, two wingers. And that's not going to last for very long. We need to have at least three, if not four. So if Callum is loaned out, what would be the benefit of that? I can't see a benefit to that. And if he is loaned out, then who do you bring in? Because you have to bring someone else in. Would you loan somebody else in, or would you buy someone else in? You see, this is where I'm gonna make my assumption. I'm gonna make an assumption that we will reignite our interest in a certain Algerian winger playing for Brentford, Benrahma. Benrahma was heavily linked with Chelsea. I've made a ton of videos on him coming to Chelsea, and a lot of you guys know I'm a big fan. I know a lot of you guys are fans, but I'm a big fan of this dude. You know, he's a really good player. Is he a Callum Hudson-Odoi level of player? To be honest, I think he's better. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi will be better than Said, you know, down the line, and you know, the experience that the man is going to gain and the attributes that he has a better future ahead of him. He has more potential than Said. But today, head to head, player to player, I think Said will probably add more to Chelsea on that pitch than Callum. That being said, I don't want to see Callum go. I want to see Callum stay. I want to see Callum stay, and I want to see Said also come in. Because having 4 wingers will solve all of our problems, lads. We need to have that squad depth. Because you're seeing it right now. Ziyech and Pulisic are injured and we're in no man's land when it comes to wingers. So I want to see that happen. I want to see Callum Hudson-Odoi stay. I want to see that conversation take place between Callum and Lampard, and I want to see Callum being reassured, giving that motivational talk, and staying at Chelsea. Forget this loan business. We'd loan him if there was no space for him on the team, but there's plenty of room on the team for Callum and Said, hopefully. Now lads, the conversation I was talking about that Frank Lampard is planning to have with the players, it's not just with Rudiger and Callum, no, he's going to talk with everyone. You see, Frank Lampard has aspirations to go into this season with a compact, solid, fit team. Now, he doesn't want to have any players on that team that are going to be causing issues. And when I say causing issues, he doesn't want to have players in his first squad that aren't going to be really featuring or playing. So those players he'd want out, preferably sold, potentially loaned. And Lampard also said something to Nazar Cancelo. He said to him this, he said, listen, the environment that we're in today is different than any other season in the past. The situation that we see ourselves in, we haven't seen that in the past. Therefore, the market and the player movements is going to be different this season. Player ambitions, player desire, clubs ambitions, clubs desire may not be reached in these transfers, in these agreements, because money is tight and players are plentiful. There's a lot of players. So we're gonna see players maybe going to, I don't know, drop down a level. When I say drop down a level, they might be asked to go to leagues that they wouldn't normally go to, clubs that they wouldn't normally go to, but they would have to because it's just the way it is right now. So lads, expect to see players on the way out. Expect to see that. And you know, in my last video, not the preview, but the other video, I talked about this. I talked about players potentially being on the way out. We're going to see that. Before the end of this transfer window, we're going to see players leaving. And lads, I'm going to stick my neck out and I'm going to say we're going to see players coming in as well. A couple more. Not just a DM, but I have a feeling. I have a sneaky feeling. Could be wrong, but I have a sneaky feeling we've got a DM and a winger on the way to Chelsea. So we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. Anyway lads, hopefully tonight we will get the win. I mean, can you imagine us losing to Barnsley tonight? I'm not going to even imagine that. I'm not even going to go there, because if that happens, wow. Anyway, so tonight, hopefully we're going to get a good game, a good win. So lads, enjoy the game tonight, and I'll catch you in my video reacting to the game tonight tomorrow. Have a great day, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace out.
Oh.